sorry for the wrong that I have done. My heart will break if ever I should lose you. Blue darling, you're the one and only one. I was a fool, broke every rule. Blue darling, I'm sorry for the wrong that I have done. My heart would break if ever I should lose you. Blue darling, you're the one and only one. Famangalo, soleanga. Sausese sa oufaya avia masala. Lo fatu watae wa omisia lo suafa. Lo pele moana.
Talofa, olo e mai mo mai le tautua le ala talua le KVZK TV, Pango Pango, America, Samoa. You are watching KVZK TV Channel 2, Pango Pango, American Samoa.
Pono le sui kovana, masui mai le fale pai pai. Molia se tinai li fao lima ilo nalo si fumaratasi tau sanga le matua. Ma watu inantu se talo sanga le sui kovana le moto le senate tu sai, ma se fanua o lo nisine le societe le football. Talfatu se whapupongo tātu tala le fiafi. Ele i au nātu tātu tala. O le whatu antau no mai se whamauninga mai le official customs se whapea. Wa pueina nei initial au whainga luenga se tangata whainga luenga le malo. Lea nei a tau oina ni pusa se whae mai le whalemeli. E a ngai mo le malo. O lo iai i tutonu whala au whaasai no le marijuana. O le aso lua na te nei. O le vaiaso nei. Na o atuai le au whainga luenga le customs i le whalemeli le teimi nei loai ma masalomi ai. E le lantu te i whause i tulou ni nei pusa. O le matau pura nei, le watu inatu, i le matanga luenga o le saunga le mūlau tele. O te whaatala whantu se whaupopongo tala me lau KVZK, whaaftai tele le whaantasimai le rea fiafi. E to matu tantu tala o le asolua na fatoa te atu nei na fonoai le afionga le kovana lutena ia tala wenga le asalo va ale ale ma se sui mai le fane pae fa pe le tele o vaenga taua mo Amerika Samoa ma le tu le faongai no tu pele federale o se on telenga le nei o le reporti
na te tele vaenga na mamafa iai le fono tanga i peo na fifa asoa iai le afionga le sui kovana ia tala wenga le asalo va ale ma sui mai le fane pae i le amatanga o le viaso o le tu i blokete le malo fa tasia i mafuafuanga i matafanga ma la tele pa alile nganga fa vitai le afionga le sui kovana e tu sai ma le o mai o nei sui mai le fane pae le fa tonu ya Gretchen Sierra Sorita le fa udulu iai le White House Office of Intergovernmental Affairs mo Puerto Rico ma territory ina ia mafai ai o na taranoina mafai loa iai a afianga o lo fengai ma Amerika Samoa na fa dia fo ia tala wenga le mo mia le antunu o le lango sui nei le malo ina ia mafai ai o na tino mai ngā ruenga ma puloketi o lo sila iai le fai ngā malo ina ia le lei i le tautua ina utangato le antunu e le taimi o le fonutanga na mowai le avanoa le afionga le whaatonu o le ofisa o le udapa mea Lisa Tuatoo e tu ina tuai se whaatata o whaafitaudi o lo whengai ma le atunu ue tusai ma le mawai no le swawai tau mawhapama ma le tūlanga i peo na iai le whaongai no tupe mai le federale. O lo iai le fuafuanga le au malanga ia Gretchen ma le Deputy Assistant Secretary for Insular and International Affairs ia Kione Nakoa whapeai ma le sui mai le OIA po le Office of Insular Affairs ia Lydia Faleafine Nomura e a siai le telo atina e le atunu e au fiai ta le ngalu i au nuu o le a o ngā tula ma puloketi o lo whai e pui ai matawhanga. O le dei a sisinga e whai masui o la sanga tau e le whaade dei a tidi o ngā lurue whaatasi ma le whemalamla mai i le vau territory ma Washington i le mauta o le malo tele. O le a whaade dei ai fo i lea i le aduanu iluma o antina e taua ma le tamau ainga o Amerika Samoa.
E ripoti ma le whaamsinonga wa mōria nei si tina i le whaamsinonga o no lona whao lima i lo nā lo sumaratasi tausanga i matua i se paipa ua mea. O se au terenga nei o le ripoti.
E se whaamtalanga i le ripoti e whapea na tauru wane se wala au a se tamā i le ofiso leo i le ansolus frui wala masino o kitopa. E ripoti a i le whanavlave sa tula i mai le vau se tina malonalo. Sa o atu o li malu le malo i le ainga o lo whaatari mai ai le sa ripotia o i o le anko a le wafia. Sa tu inane e le anko le paipa sa whaongaine le tina e sa sai lo nalo. Sa vaaya le tino lea na afia o lo iei manua i o na vai. Ma sa mori mau fo i le tamamatua le tua ao le tinao lo modia e whaapea e le na o le pau leo le taimi na tupuai tūlanga whaapea i le vau luna whawhine malana tama. Sa suru atu le wa afia i le tamamatua ma tau mawhai le tama e whawhile mu le mata upu e pitai o le taimi lea sa vaai ai le tina o lo sasa matatui se i tulou vai o le wa afia e se whaamtalanga le wa afia e whaapea na italo na tina ina ua ia fiu e tau vala awia na ia vai ai foi wa sa valiane lo na tina o na tamo e lo lea a ngai le fale o le tamamatua po le grandfather ma anga ia tulo na tina ma fasi o ia i tutonu le fale se tulou na maua le ua mōlia nei ma avane loa i le ofiso leo i tafuna i le lavaso ma na tau fia i loo ia i le toese e li mawheta la le tupe u whaataruina le whamisinonga e tutongi e le tina e te tala i tua e tādia i le teimi o lana mata aupu o na mōlianga e au fia ai le sawanga o le tamaititi ma le afianga o le soifua le lei o le tamaititi i lalo o lana whaainga.
Ua iei nei se talosanga e tusai ma se lisi ale malo ma le sosaiete le football Amerika Samoa i lunga o se tasi o whanua le malo o lo lisi nei le sosaiete. O whaamtalanga o lisi e peo na mai au na sainia. E iwa tausanga ma le se furutasi masina ma e amatan mai i le aso momu te se mo le tausanga nei e whaangata i a Novema i lo na aso luas fufitu i le tausanga lua fetolus futolu. E pitai o se talosanga na tu inatu le afionga le Lieutenant Governor i a talo wenga i le salo va ale i le senate mo se ilo ilonga ina ia whaupopoina ma suia ai le nei lisi i le 5 tausanga e amatatu le tausanga nei e whaangata mai i le aso tolu se furu Novema lua fe fitus furvalu. O le tu inatu la o le mata upu i le mauto le senate ina ia tanga i ai mpasi e ina i se taimila tamai. Inisio tala o le aso tona i o le vai aso fou le ua tapena atuai nisio alo le atunuu ua lau iloa fo'i le taleni o le pese mo le whaataluina o se koneseti ua taua le Thanksgiving Island Concert. O le susunga ia Mr. Unknown ma le susunga ia CH2 le ua lau iloa ai i la unei i le atunuu. I se whataranonga lau KVZK mai la wanei I le e au tuai nei wha moe na wha malamala mai le tūlanga e peo na iai nei kona city.
Se wha moe foi o penana tā pena I foi mau nei ia masitasi foi o solo penana le whatasi mai. Ia awa foi le wha moe I le aso se furu ma le valu o November. Ia o le nei wha moe ia o se kona city ia ma le theme o le Thanksgiving Island Concert. Ia pe on sila fia ia o le aso whawhitai o lo penana so so atu I le si vaso fo. Ia we se no ta inga pas wha moe. Peno tātou fia whaatase I lea weekend, ia ere io I le aso fia I le aso whawhitai I le vai aso mua. Ia ao le tūlanga o le venue, ia o lo penana whaatautai lea I le mauta I Maliu Mai Resort, a mata le fitu I le afiafi, ia se pa ia le se furu male lua. Ia o lo ifes whamoe a o tūlawa le taimina o lo maua pe tātou fia. Ia ua tosa tūlawa I tua e se mele lua po le tolu le vaveau.
E pe ona sila fia o le sunga ia sura o se tautino le vaenga o tala lau KVZK, mana ia sauno foi e wha malamalama le nau ta inga o le nei wha moe.
O le nau ta inga foi o le akon city. Te mawhai e promoter toi foi le tālini mai le lii. Ia e au ngā le musika ma le pesi. Whaonga ina foi le tālini e sosuani atu isi o usua tangata o lo mawhatia. Whai foi el musika o na whawhiawhia sisi o lo o whaanoa. Ia. Bese foi na iuso fou ia tau amata mai le musika. Ia. Tam whai e promoter tu ia na iuso ia. Ia. Mawhasosuani foi tālini.
Ia fia le ai o se whaaru.
From my owo ya so uma a uso ya so vale e popore ya ke wepe a e ku ale fale uile kelele ke me misa I mapisa ya ngakele mafai ngaku I kai mi o fala lave pala le mai le pala de kala uso monge mala mo le ku fo fingo le o maka o ye o de ka ya la de ke mi o fai ngaka e ke loa ai ko ai la tele mafai e mo e aso ngasu ye se uso ka
Ko mai sume no ngolo u faka e malo lo sia me ka mai ki ale baka
Senti o le ama whai e foi o na whaafifia I nisi o le I pesa le atunuu e Peo Manny, Ratu o Nancy o Swag G ma le au siva le New Boys Dance Crew. O le tau na le la sa whataluina I le whaamoemoe le whanawaonga le manumalo mo le whaaminatuina o le aso le veterani o le nei whaamoemoe sa whaatinuina uma e le whanawaonga. O sa te nei o le reporti mai anunu I aso le nei lavatai la ye.
O pese au alofa al whanawa o ngā mo fita tuai, whapea I la tōlo o tautua pea I tutono vaenga au te tasi al malo tele. E pea on sile fia, o le isi le aso whapitoa e whaatau o tele le malo tele e au fia ai o na teritori. A wale o foino le ola ma le soifua I la tō uma, a wale puipuinga o le soifua sa o loto o Amerika ma o na teritori. O le sausanga tasiiva, na whaamamalu ai le peresitene o le malo tele ia Woodrow Wilson, le whaamai a ino le taua mua le lalolangi I le tausanga tasiiva. I le tasiiva tolu walu, na pasi ina aise tu la fono li kona kiresi, ina ia avea le aso se fulu tasi o November o tausanga uma, e whaamanatu ai le tau finga o le taua I nai maasina, I lalo le upu lea Armistice Day, peitai na mai a le taua. I le tasiiva 5 na toe sui ai le ingoa I le Veterans Day, ina ia o fia umai vaenga au le malo tele. E ala I se teuteunga o situ la fono, o umona pāsia le kona keresi, e o mai le aso o lo whaonga ina pea. Sa maua se awanoa lau KVZK, ma le tamaitai a pua I fopo, o leo lo whaatautai o proklame o le aso a le manu malo.
O le prokalama lea le Veterans Day le Manumalo Academy sa whapea na amata mai le luafe ma le iwa ia mātou te moli atunga tōlo whaanga I veterans uma lava ia whapea na ia fita o loo I tonu al vaenga au nei teimi. Ia manuia lava le aso veterans a tai au.
O tai au aso wharele November aso sifulu, o atu whaina e whai maso malo lo le tatou malo. Awale whaamanatuina o le aso veterani ia Novema asos fultasi. Wa iese whaamoe au fiai whaafiafianga ma Kone City, mai nisi o whaipese tautaua si o tātou atunuu, e au fiai Paul Yeti, Sam Chikun po Mr. Cowboy, Manato Brothers. Ia manuia le whaamanatuina o le aso fita tuai le ni vai aso, whaapea le whaafitai fita o lo tautua pea, whai mai le isi moa ngana, ne ngalo, ele I mauafua lo tātou sa o le tonga. Nunu ia aso le lei, mai lau KVZK.
I tala mai a pia, o le ua tu ina atu nei le malo New Zealand se masini, i le malo o Samoa i utai nai container, ina ia fo iai le wha le tonu me whai ngaruenga le malai wa le li whaleolo. Na wha monia mai e le Minister of Business i le malo i ane atino u Wayne so ialo. O le masini le nei e taunu watu I Samoa i le aso sumare di mo le masi le nei. Na wei putia fo i le Samoa Observer i whapea. O le company wa le Samoa Airways o lo wha atinu ina lava I lima nei au nanga, ma o lo tula I mai pea le telo wha fitauli. Pa mafuai o na le mawhai o na au inatu ato a tangata malanga. Na ta ua fo I le atino ue whapea o masini e lua le asa wha o ngai na le malai wa le ua toe de lei, ma o le awha so swari tele I le utai no ato ma containers mo le malai wa lele. Usi mai lau mai mua se tātou report le tau I le fiafi. O le whaimure nao tātou tala le nea fiafi, whape fo I tala le tau, e mō le tamine le tātou tunu manu e tele le alo atu mō le whaminatuina o le aso le veterani le nea fiafi mara nei vayaso.
The U.S. Department of Commerce, National Telecommunications and Information Administration has allocated $37.56 million to American Samoa under the administration of the Department of Commerce to administer the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment BEAD program. The BEAD program is a nationwide initiative funded through the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, which allocates $42.45 billion to the National Telecommunications and for the purposes of expanding high-speed internet access in the United States under the Internet for All campaign. To meet the BEAD program national objectives, DOC's Broadband Coordination Opportunities, Redevelopment and Deployment Office welcomes comments for the document known as American Samoa BEAD Initial Proposal, Volume 2 Draft. This is the second in a series of documents that detail how DOC will administer the subgrant process for the BEAD program. The document is available online at broadband.as.gov or DO of Commerce, second floor of the AP Lutali Executive Office Building in Otulei. You may also contact the Territorial Broadband Coordinator via phone at 633-5155 or by email at bcord@doc.as.gov. If you have any comments or questions regarding the American White House officials are in the territory. A mother is facing child abuse charges involving the assault of her 11-year-old daughter. And Limanu and Talaweng administration has amended the line items in their call for the Pono's first special session. Talofa, this is your evening news on KVZK. Before we get into the news tonight, we have just received information that customs officers detained a government staff who uplifted government packages that comes in the mail for the American Samoa government. It's alleged he picked up 4 packages addressed to 3 government agencies that contained marijuana. Senior customs officers confirmed this to KVZK News. On Tuesday, there was a heavy presence of customs officers at the post office after their K9 detected drugs in the packages that were uplifted today by the government worker in question. This matter had since been turned over to the Department of Public Safety. Acting Governor Talawenga Elasalo Va'alele'ale met with officials from the White House earlier this week and discussed projects under the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law and Inflation Reduction Act, primarily focusing on shoreline and road initiatives. Here is more on this story. Acting Governor Talawenga Elasalo Va'alele'ale met with officials from the White House and the Department of Interior regarding American Samoa's committees for Bipartisan Infrastructure Law and Inflation Reduction Act projects, primarily focusing on shoreline and road initiatives. A statement released by the governor's office today noted that Director Gretchen Sierra Sorita, who leads the White House Office of Intergovernmental Affairs for Puerto Rico and the territories, emphasized the importance of understanding the unique challenges and complexities faced by the territories. She stressed the need for greater territorial cooperation and cross-cutting solutions to address these issues. Acting Governor Talawenga extended his gratitude to the visiting officials for their presence in the territory, placing emphasis on the unique opportunity for American Samoa to present its projects and seek their support in addressing its current challenges. During the meeting, Director Lisa Tuato'o of the Office of Disaster Assistance and Petroleum Management, or ODAPM, serving as American Samoa's coordinator, provided an overview of the territory's projects and challenges related to the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law as well as Inflation Reduction Act. Director Gretchen and Deputy Assistant Secretary for Insular and International Affairs, Kione Nakoa, together with the Office of Insular Affairs Representative Lydia Faleafine Nomura, will be visiting various project sites around the island, including the Aunu'u Island Seawalls, Tula Elementary School, as well as shoreline protection projects in Tula and Alao. And according to the statement, this visit represents a crucial step towards enhancing collaboration and understanding between the territories and the White House, fostering progress in critical infrastructure and economic development efforts for American Samoa. Toyeta Fengai Mali'i with your news on KVZK. In news from the court, a woman has been charged over the alleged assault of her 11-year-old daughter using a metal pipe. District Court set bail at $5,000 in this matter. Sina So'alo is facing charges of child abuse and endangering the welfare of a child. Here is more on this story. According to the government's case, the incident came to light when police received a call from an uncle that his niece had been assaulted. Court filings say the officers met with the victim, who sustained 2 minor lacerations on her thighs and below the knee, and that dried blood was observed on both cuts, which the EMS treated. The grandfather told police his granddaughter ran to him crying for help, adding that he saw the defendant stab the victim's right leg with the metal pipe several times, and he attempted to stop her. However, efforts were unsuccessful. The victim's grandfather also reported to officers that this has been an ongoing issue. The victim says that she was scared of getting beat up by her mother, so she ran to her grandfather's house for assistance. According to the defendants, she had called the victim several times, but refused to listen. This upset her, and she grabbed a metal pipe. Has amended the line items outlined in the call for the Fono's first special session that will convene next Monday. This was confirmed in a letter by Acting Governor Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alele'ale to Senate President Tua'alo Manaya-Fruin. Here is more. Initially, Governor Lemanu Palipoisialenga Maunga sought for the Fono to consider appropriating $2.5 million from unobligated and unexpended revenues from fiscal year 2022 to supplement financial year 2024 budget, but it's now been amended to $3.1 million to include $2.5 million for the Fono's 75th celebration, as well as incidentals and furnishing for the new Fono building. The new item added on the special session is the lease of approximately 5.3 acres known as Field 3 in Tafuna, which is government property. The American Samoa government is seeking to extend and amend the lease with the Football Federation for 55 years. The ASG duly executed the original lease and the Football Federation, which was recorded on the 31st of October this year. The initial lease term was 9 years, 11 months, and 29 days to commence on the 1st of December and expiring on the 27th of November 2033. However, the lessee has provided timely notice of their desire to exercise the option granted in the lease to extend the original term to 55 years, expiring on the 30th of November 2078. Accordingly, the parties have executed an extension amendment, and Talawenga has requested the legislature's approval. Joy Mali'i with your news on KVZK. A celebration of Thanksgiving through music involving 2 local artists is set for next week Saturday. This platform aims to promote and develop local talent, says Jay Shuda in an interview with KVZK News. The driving force behind this local concert is 28-year-old Tom Feely Jr., with stage name Jay Shooter of Pango Pango, and Afasenetasi, Mr. Unknown of Ili Ili. The show will feature local Samoan artist who sings and rap about social problems and daily issues. The concert will be held at the Maliumai Beach Resort next week Saturday, and it aims to provide entertainment and afford a platform for other upcoming local talents. There will be special performances from new and forthcoming singers Swag G, DJ Will, Ratu, Manny and Nancy, as well as the local dance group New Boys that will be featured that evening. Senior editors of the KVZK TV news team. He invests his time in writing original songs. Married to Saisaenga Laufa'ia Tumua, they have 1 daughter. Jay Shuda told KVZK News that music is his passion and is a sublime art that can affect your mood, elevate your spirit, and make you happy. Furthermore, Jay Shuda has acknowledged the government for its support in developing local talents, as well as other businesses, including All Star Signs. Joya Tafengai Mali'i with your news on KVZK.
From my owo ya so uma a uso ya so vale e popore ya ke wepe a e kuale fale uile kelele ke me misa I mapisa ya ngakele mafai ngaku I ke mi o falave lave pala le maile pala de kala uso monge mala mala mo le ku fo fingo le o maka o ye o bare ka I ala le ke mi o fai ngaka e ke lo ai ko ai la tele mafai ni mo e a se nga su ye se uso I ka
Go mai sunga nunga lo upaka faka e malo lo sia me ka mai ki ale baka
The Manumalo Baptist School held its annual Veterans Day celebration this morning with guests including parents and veterans. Each class performed included a military branch theme song in today's dedication and appreciation gestures, such as wearing each military branch's uniforms and colors. Here is more with Nunuyasole Lavatai Laye.
The year 1919, President Woodrow Wilson declared November 11th World War I. The United States Congress officially recognized the end of this war in 1926. In 1938, Congress passed a law to make November 11th the official day to celebrate the ceasing of fighting between U.S. allies and Central Powers for a period of time during World War I. However, the war completely ended afterwards. On June 1st, 1954, an amendment was passed in Congress to change the name Armistice Day to Veterans Day, which we still celebrate today. Today's celebration highlighted the importance of this day and the sacrifices these brave men and women have made and continue to do so for our freedom. Our KVZK had the opportunity to speak with Ms. Pua Ifopo, the coordinator of this year's event.
We're here at Manmalo Academy for our annual Veterans Day program. This has been an ongoing program since 2009, and we'd like to say thank you to all the veterans. Thank you for your service. We hope that you have a blessed and safe Veterans Day tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Friday, November 10th, will be observed by the government as a public holiday for the territory to honor our veterans before the federal holiday on November 11th. The activities for the veterans will conclude with a concert featuring well-known Samoan singers such as Paul Yeti, Sam Chikun, also known as Mr. Cowboy, and the Nato Brothers. Happy Veterans Day to all veterans, and we appreciate those still serving in the United States Armed Forces today. Lest we forget, freedom is not free. This is Nunu Yasulele with your KVZK News.
In news from Apia, the New Zealand government is loaning the Samoa government a container loading machine to address ground handling equipment failures at the Faleolo International Airport. Minister of Public Enterprises Aliansinu'u Wayne So'oyalo confirmed the loader will arrive in Apia by ship on the 15th of November. The Samoa Observer reports Samoa Airways currently provides ground handling services for Air New Zealand and Fiji Airways, but there have been ongoing issues with faulty equipment, forcing some flights to leave luggage behind. Latinu said the two faulty loading machines at the airport are working again and will help with loading luggage containers on wide-bodied aircraft, along with the loaned equipment from New Zealand. Stay tuned for your weather forecast coming up next. That's your evening news on KVZK. Good night.
KTV Channel 2, Pango, American Samoa.
O sa mo fai nga na le o yesu tana nga o na a le nei tu la o ma to o mai I o to lu mai na ia sa mo fai na me fa la wi lo atu ni o nga ko ni pa msalanga ko e a nga I nei ma I o suka le ne da ta ya o ma to a wa I fa ta si va ni fo mai su mai fo mai o lo nga lu due to no ma to nga singa nei ona o le fia whaatawa ina whea o le ne masina o November i le tausia leo mai suka. So, ia se aulana ngā fia whaelua tuai i sunga le ia Dr. Ben CH2 o iolo o ngalue i sono o tatou talavai o kuponga po o mata. O ia foi lara i whaapitua lan tau talanga i le tu o le whaatawa ina o ngasi suka i talavai mata. O le lo i tu tamtau o lo la la tuai le sunga ia Dr. Kenna po le fōmai lea suafa ia Dr. Kenna o ia o le tatou fōmai whaapitua taisa ia tono o le internal medicine po o mai ia e tau fia tono whan mai o lana matawhai ioi lea. Ai e fia tu ina as fo isan whamatalanga e alaide i mai suka. American Samoa, we are very proud to be here today to promote awareness of the Diabetes Month of November. We are fortunate to have with us today Dr. Ben CH2 from who is an ophthalmologist currently working at our eye clinic, and Dr. Kenda, who is our chief internist, who also works at our hospital here. So without any further ado, I will turn the floor to Dr. Kenda to present to our audience what he had prepared for as far as diabetes goes. Dr. Kenda? Ino e tu inasu se tapinanga sunga ia for maia Dr. Kenda mo lesa ia.
Loata for the introduction. I will just talk about diabetes in general. If you have diabetes, our aim is to stay healthy as possible. And it is good to say that it is not end of your life, but if you have diabetes, we have to stay healthy as possible. Now, I would like to talk about the ABCs of diabetes. It's a simple way to remember how we can control our diabetes. So A is for A1C. Sometimes they call it HbA1c, or sometimes it's called glycated hemoglobin. B is for blood pressure, and C is for cholesterol. Now, for your A1C, it's a blood test that we do to test for sugar. It shows your average blood sugar over the 2 to 3 months. Now, if you have diabetes, the goal is to keep your A1C under 7%. And A1C is also used for diagnosis of diabetes, and it's also used to monitor the response of diabetes treatment that we are taking. Now, for your A1C, keeping blood sugar low to prevent some problems caused by your diabetes, that's very important. We want to keep your A1C below 7 to prevent eye disease, vision loss or blindness, also kidney disease, and nerve damage, which is called neuropathy. You can have numbness and tingling sensation of your hands and legs. And also, if you have uncontrolled A1C or blood sugars, you can lose your body parts, especially the legs or the hands. For B is blood pressure. Blood pressure is one component, important component of management if you have diabetes. If your blood pressure is too high, then you can develop stroke, eye disease, heart disease, and kidney failure. So our aim is to keep our blood pressure below 140 over 90 millimeters of mercury. And some literature say that you have to keep it below 130 over 80 millimeters of mercury if you have diabetes. And the medication that is recommended for keeping your blood pressure low, ACE inhibitors, which is what we have, is lisinopril and losartan. And Also, this medication can protect your kidneys. Now, C is for cholesterol. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that is found in the blood. The low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, or LDL, should be less than 100 because this is the bad type of cholesterol. And the recommendation, if you have diabetes, you have to be on a cholesterol medication or high-intensity statins for all diabetic patients. So how do we manage our ABCs in diabetes, which is your A1C, blood glucose, blood pressure, and your cholesterol? The first thing is medications. We'll give you treatment medications to treat your A1Cs, diabetic medications, either it's a tablet or an injection. Also for your blood pressure, we give you medications and your cholesterol medications. One of the very important aspect is lifestyle changes. So making good, healthy food changes, more vegetables and fruits. The other one is active. Be active. You have to do at least 30 minutes of exercise, at least 3 times a week. Stop smoking, and also weight loss programs, and avoid alcohol intake. I think those are the main ones how we can address the ABCs in diabetes.
Dr. Kena, o whaeloa mai ai, mafa mai ari sa uole, sau singa mai sukai ala le se whaeloa ina o le melea po le APC, o nunga pea. O le P, o le toto mawalunga lea po le blood pressure. Sa ua ia le melea toto mawalunga ina ia pu lea, ma ia au sia tūlanga e se lau fasi fulu o ma barusi fulu pe la loifo. O le toto mawalunga o se tūlanga ia afia i se le fatu, o tōtonga o marisino pe o matu.